Obviously great to get in town. We just arrived. The weather is great. We've been fortunate really in State College really for the last couple weeks. The weather's been great there as well. So it's great to be in Jacksonville. We've had some good days of preparation ahead of time. We had meetings this morning, and then we're here. So excited about the opportunity to be in Jacksonville and play in the TaxSlayer Bowl.
Can you take us through what this week is going to be like for you in terms of game preparation?
Yeah, it'll pretty much be a normal week. We practiced yesterday, normal Sunday for us, a little extra work. And then today's our normal day off. Monday's a day off, so then we'll just go the rest of the week just like normal prep. Obviously, we don't have school to balance, so we'll be an NFL team in a lot of ways this week, but it'll be a normal Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, practice plan. And then we got a couple bonus practices before we went for Christmas break.
And over in Ireland, you said you really weren't doing a lot of extracurricular activities last year. For a bowl, is that different? Are you going to allow the kids to do some things, have some different curfews, that sort of thing?
Yeah, the issue a little bit here is the hotel and the site is excellent, but as you guys probably have already figured out, we're either 20 minutes from one location or about a 45-minute or an hour from another location where the guys will really want to hang out. So that creates some challenges. So yeah, we'll kind of vary the curfew as we typically do with bowl games, very similar to what we did in New York last year, where we will, as the game gets closer, the curfew will get earlier and earlier. If I had to guess, a lot of guys are probably just going to stay around here rather than make the hour drive each direction. So there's some positives to that. As a coach trying to keep control of 125 17 to 22-year-old males, but there's also some issues with that as well, where you get concerned guys may miss curfew because of being an hour away, and we don't want any of those types of distractions or issues.
I don't know how much you believe in visualization, but I would imagine it's one thing to play a bowl game anywhere, but you kind of always visualize yourself playing a bowl game in a warm location. So I know you flew here and you drove here, but have you had the chance to really, look around and take in that this is a pretty beautiful location for you? And I would imagine validating in some way that you're able to be here and you're able to play this game.
Well, we've been here literally 35 seconds, so I really can't speak on that yet. But yeah, I think our guys are excited. I think it's unseasonably warm here right now in Jacksonville. It was really unseasonably warm in State College as well. It was about 65 degrees, so we've been fortunate with that. But yeah, this is a great location. This is what you kind of imagine when you think about bowl games and opportunities like this, especially coming from part of the country like Pennsylvania. So come to Jacksonville, Florida, and compete in this game against an opponent like Georgia is awesome.
James, did anybody not make the trip that you're anticipating making it, or have you guys gotten grades back yet?
Yeah, no, I'm really pleased. Once again, this is 2 years in a row where every single one of our players is eligible and every single one of our players is on the trip. And I know that sounds like that should be common, but that's not common in college football. We've also tracked the last couple falls. I think 3 years ago we had 48 players with a 3.0 or higher. Last fall, I think we had 51 players with a 3.0 or higher. And so far, we have 56 players right now with a 3.0 or higher. I think we have 3 guys with a 4.0, and we still have 4 guys that have outstanding grades. So that number can go up even more. So I'm really proud of our guys and our academic support staff and our coaches for reinforcing that. I think we've had 3 semesters now in a row with the highest GPA in program history. So we talk about excellence translates. Excellence transcends from academics to football, from football to social choices and things like that. So I'm really, really pleased with some of the progress our guys have made.
It's announced that Jordan will be playing in the Senior Bowl or participating in the Senior Bowl. I'm assuming he's still out for this game as well, or is that
Jordan Lucas?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he won't be playing in this game.
Do you have anything? I know you won't have much downtime. Do you have anything you'd personally like to do with your downtime while you're here?
No, more than anything, spend time with my family, my wife and daughters. Football season can be a grind, so you don't get a whole lot of time to do those things. So, more than anything, typically, to be honest with you, for the coaches, bowl games aren't necessarily free time. We spend most of our time working. But I think our coaches have done a good job this week trying to get as many of the practices scripted ahead of time so that they can really focus on football when it's football, and enjoy your time with your family. Coach Ronnie and I think Coach Shoup both made really good points that I reinforced with the team. Coach Ronnie talked to the offense about being present and being in the moment as an important aspect of bowl games. So when we're at practice, be at practice. When we're at meetings, be at meetings. And then when you go to enjoy yourself, go enjoy yourself. And that's really, really important. The guys know how to figure that out. And then Bob talked to the defense about this team is going to be remembered by this bowl game. Getting a win at this game would really end the season the right way, would improve our win total from the year, the previous year as well, and just make another step in the right direction for our program. So, that's really been our focus and our emphasis with our guys.
Last time we talked, there were some rumors about Coach Pry, and then Coach Shoup was mentioned as well. Looks like all that stuff's kind of settled down. How much of a relief is that for you to kind of keep those guys together in continuity?
Yeah, they were rumors for you guys. They were reality for me.
Yeah.
It was. I wasn't hearing the rumors. I was hearing actually what was going on firsthand. As I've told you guys before, I'm going to be very, very supportive of our staff when they have a chance to take steps professionally that are going to be the right thing for their careers, and more importantly, the right things for their families. So, some places aren't like that. Some head coaches aren't like that, but we're very, very supportive, and because of that, I'm able to be a part of the process and know what's going on. So, it's not over. It won't be over until probably after the convention and things like that. For the most part, but so far so good, being able to keep the staff as intact as we possibly can.
How has Ricky done in his kind of interim OC, and will he be on the field?
Yeah, I think Ricky's done a really good job. Ricky's a guy I think is a rising star in the profession. Very, very smart, very creative. I thought he's handled this all extremely well. You look back at our blue and white spring games. He's always been with the two as the play caller, the two offense against the one defense, and has moved the ball. The last 2 years, he's done a good job of that. So this will be another opportunity for him, to gain some experience, professional development, have some fun, enjoy time with the guys. But I've been very pleased with how he's handled it, and I think Joe's enjoyed the time. Typically, we called around to see how people handle this. I thought the best thing to do was to bring Joe on the trip with his family, continue to allow him to evaluate our players and get to know our staff and build those relationships and those bonds. And the same thing for his wife and kids with our wives and kids. It's just going to help the transition that much more, that after the bowl game he can hit the ground running.
And what kind of things with Joe? One of the things I didn't get a chance to ask you about, looking pretty far ahead here, but will the way he structures his offense, will it change anything what you guys do with your blocking schemes? Will it alter that at all, or is?
No, to be honest with you guys, there's very few people that are reinventing the wheel.
Right.
I mean, everybody's running the same plays. They're running power, you're running inside zone. But I do think some of the things that we're going to be able to do with tempo, and some of the things we're going to be able to do with our wide receivers, which you could make the argument maybe is our strength from a personnel standpoint, to limit some of the defensive looks that they're going to get, which tempo has a tendency to do those things sometimes. And then I think probably some more of the run pass options. So we've used in the past a check with me system, which we're still going to do moving forward, but more run pass options, which also create better looks to run into or better looks to pass. So, to be honest with you, my conversations with Joe, we have a similar philosophy. He started out as a West Coast guy and evolved. We've kind of done the same thing, but he's been able to be in a system that he's run for 4 years and had a lot of success with, and that's important. That's important. He knows what the answers are already for his system. He knows what the problems are, what the challenges are, and he's had a lot of success as a play caller and as a leader, for a program. And I think that's one of the things that we're going to need moving forward.
Todd will give you one.
Oh, you're on.
What you guys did cover.
Just so you know, if you ask me any question that's already been answered, I'm not answering it.
Reaction of the guys, just on the bus as they're getting closer. I mean, what's the emotion like? They got to be excited as they get
Yeah,
closer.
I think the first reaction was stepping off the plane. It was 85 degrees and even a little bit of humidity, which, for us this time of year, we're not used to. But I think the guys are excited. We had a great practice on Sunday. I thought our meetings and our energy was really good. This morning we had meetings before we left, and I thought that was good. That's not something we've done in the past, a little extra meeting time on our normal day off and travel time. So, so that went well for us. And then I think obviously this location is great. It's beautiful. The hotel is great. One of the things we did discuss before you got here was, we're a little bit isolated, which is good and bad. You're about an hour to 45 minutes from where they probably want to hang out. And as a head coach, there's some positives to that, but there's also some negatives, trying to make sure everybody gets back for curfew and things like that.
Thanks, Jan.
Awesome.